Brodes Media.
The Sixers stayed through it, even with adversity. Jason Tatum not getting called for a push-off. That's an embarrassment. And good for Doc Rivers standing up for his team in the postgame. He was very, very annoyed. You know the league is probably going to fine him because they don't like when you take shots at the referees. But that was pathetic, and so was the call on Marcus Smart for a charge. That can't happen. In overtime, that's so massive to have two calls go against you so horrendously like that. So for them to still win and for them to pull one out and hold on after a really horrendous fourth quarter where they get outscored 24-15, I'm going to take the positives. PJ Tucker getting in the face of Joel Embiid. PJ Tucker with a huge and one after getting that offensive rebound. I'm telling you, you shouldn't have been in that position. The fact that the Celtics had the lead late is unacceptable considering where you once were. With that said, though, I'm proud on how they did this. I'm still trying to process it all because the game ended about 10 minutes ago. Joel Embiid was getting beat up by Al Horford. Al Horford had his number down the stretch. But James Harden, a guy who in 2 straight games looked like he was 76 years old, gives you 47 minutes of excellent ball, including 42 points and another game-winning shot. The three in the corner, nothing but splash. And the Wells Fargo Center lost its mind. Because you could tell that they were on the edge of their seat because the refs were just handing off all these calls to Boston. But keep going. Keep attacking. Do not give up. And PJ's leadership, like that matters. Having your superstars actually compete like superstars, that's number one. But players like PJ Tucker are at this time of the year and making playoff runs because of how they keep their teammates engaged. Their messages throughout runs, how they handle themselves on the bench, communication. Remember, Paul Reed not too long ago was getting reamed by PJ. PJ looks at Joel Embiid, not any different. You're just one of my teammates. So if I have to get into your face so you hear it, and I have to scream at you, I'm going to do it. And that chatter was big for the mentality of Joel Embiid because it mattered that Al Horford constantly made plays against him. And I hate to admit this, but that dunk and the drive by Al Horford to slam it and then do that stupid shimmy, holy fuck, was that frustrating. That can't happen. Whenever they get a second chance, it seems to bite you in the ass. They're too talented to give them multiple second chances. So the offensive rebounds that they keep getting, at times, you got to limit this. The end of the first half, whether it's the 2-for-1 by Tyrese Maxey, which that's what he was trying to do. Al Horford hits a 3 at the end of the half to make it 9 points when you should have been in the lead by maybe 14, 15, 16 points. Here's what happened at that massive swing to end the first. Brown misses 2 free throws. Sixers allow him to rebound his own miss, and then he makes a jump shot. Embiid misses. Brogdon hits a 3. Maxey shoots way too early. Air balls. Tatum jumper. Harden 3. Horford 3. 59-50 when you went back into the locker room. Should have had at least 12 points at a minimum lead. Those areas at this time of the year gets picked on. And that's when squads who deserve to be in a larger deficit hang around. It's not rocket science here. Doc stresses it to the team basically all year. Stay within range, and then down the fourth quarter stretch, let's play better basketball and secure a W. The Celtics, they were the ones to do it today. Thankfully for us, Marcus Smart missed getting the ball out of his hands quick enough. James Harden was giving me adrenaline rushes all afternoon. There was a stretch throughout the second quarter, and I wrote it down because I was just smiling ear to ear, recognizing we got one of those games, and that's what you need if you have any chance. If you have any possibility of winning, this is what you need. Now, Joel stunk in the fourth, unfortunately. He didn't have a terrible game prior, but that fourth quarter was terrible. When Joel needed a teammate in Game 3, nobody decided to be there for him. When Joel needed someone in Game 4, here's James Harden scoring 42 in almost 50 minutes, especially when the combo after Game 3 was all about how his legs just don't have it. I wonder, what does that mean for 6? Because, let's be honest, it probably screams it might be a dud because it takes so much of his body to have a night like this that it's hard for him to recover and do it back to back. I hope I'm wrong. I just need to look at the recent and the now. Put your head down, though, and find other ways. The thing that really stood out, though, was the way he got rolling in that second quarter. Mid-range jump shots, the three-point game, getting to the paint and not hesitating. Getting to the paint, the ball swings to the corner because the Celtics collapse in, and now the ball's swinging so you can get a wide-open look. Generating good ball movement so someone else can deliver and knock down a bucket. He went from Ben Simmons to vintage James Harden. I'm proud. That's not easy. The dude was getting destroyed by every outlet. And reasonably so, he stunk up the place. He didn't just come back to the floor, though, and have a decent game. He could have had 20 points, 8 rebounds, and do something that's respected. Instead, he turned back the clocks all the way to Houston, to MVP form, and to grab the basketball in the tightest time down the stretch when the MVP was getting worked by Al Horford.